happening for decades. And this is intentional. This is called environmental racism. This is an injustice. And for people like myself who don't have health care, what do I do as a parent to guarantee that I will be around for my children? Our fate is continued to be sealed by these fossil fuel industries that continue to perpetuate this pollution, this contamination. For me, for our community, it's not a matter if we're gonna get cancer, it's when we're gonna get cancer. Our life expectancy is cut down significantly because of these continued regulation violations that continue to release toxic chemicals.
No, my son, my little one, he just has my 5-year-old, he has a cough that's been cough for like a few weeks. It hasn't gone away yet. He's in and out the house, and the weather does, affect it too, but it's just, this pollution doesn't help.
So have you considered like moving somewhere else?
Yeah, yeah, we're trying to, to see about finding another, place for us to go and to sell the house from over here, because it's too much. And now they're taking up everything else. They're buying houses, off the lots, and now they're making into parking lots for them, and it's just, might as well just leave this whole refinery area to them. So move out. It's the best thing. Get away from here.
Is there like, I guess like something that's stopping you from moving out?
Well, I mean, the kids' school, we've been here for about 12 years, maybe 13, and it's hard to get up out the house you've been in for so long, and the kids grew up. But, we do need to get out. They're getting bigger, and, so it'd be better, easier now that they're bigger, so we can do that.
One final question. So do your children go to school nearby, and if so, are there like any more worries that deal with your children's safety? The refineries close by?
Yeah, if something blows up, what happens if we blow up? We're going to blow up with them, because it's really close. If it's, some kind of, big blast or whatever is going to happen. Or even, I remember a few years, maybe like 7-8 years ago, my husband was here, and I wasn't here yet, but they came with the vans and had to get everybody out the neighborhood. I'm like, so, like, that's crazy, yeah. So it's just like, everybody's trying to get out, because of what happened, or, of something leaked or something like that. But they did that, and it hasn't happened since, but that's what I'm worried about. Something happened like that, and then what if the kids are at the school, and then, I'm at home, and we're here at the house, and something big like that happens.
It's just a constant.
Yes, yeah. And we're still trying to, just getting the money to get up and get out and find somewhere else to be. So.
Pues sí, nos preocuparíamos porque, como dicen, no sabemos qué es lo que se hace o cuál es el humo que sale, si trae algo químico o algo así. Nos preocuparíamos porque lo tenemos que
Eso.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Zina, and I'm also here with Mariana. Like she said, we did finish interviewing 2 people, 2 mothers, and they also mentioned that the reason why they weren't able to move, it's mostly because their life is already here, their life is established here. They have their house here, their kids go to school here in this area, so they don't feel that it's convenient for them to move at the moment.
Right now we are at Heartland Park. We just finished interviewing a family. It was a mother with children and other people with her family. So in the background you can see how close this refinery is. And right over there is a house. The house is literally in between the refinery and another place that deals with the refineries as well. And on this side over here, this is playgrounds. The family over there is playing right now, and their testimonies have been very sad. A lot of them are trying to get away, but they are not able to because of financial reasons. So right now we are at Pizer Park, and we just finished interviewing another family. So this family told us that they're not aware about what's going on at this refineries. They don't know what type of smoke is coming out, so they're not too worried about it. However, they do notice a lot of changes in the environment, and there's a lot of smells that they're not able to stand. So they always have to go back inside their houses until the smell goes away. So it's really sad to see that, you know, a lot of people here are not really knowledgeable about what's going on, and so these refineries and companies take advantage of their lack of knowledge and what's going on. Three,
2, 1, action! I'm sorry, I had to do that.
So the purpose of our video is to
Bring awareness.
bring awareness to anyone, and see what people in the east side of Houston are going through. You will see testimonies of people that live in low-income neighborhoods, and they are people of color, and they are just don't have as many opportunities as many of us do. So we wanted to record them and make sure we lift their voices and make sure that their stories are heard.
These companies that are bringing in this pollution is also harming kids from all ages, from the moment that they are born up to the age until they become young adults. And it brings awareness to their parents because it harms their health, it harms how they're growing up, and it's important that we get their voices out there for them to for people to understand, and for companies to be aware of the things that they are causing. That not just because they think that the people here they're gonna leave on their own, like they're not aware of the position that they're being put in. And I think it's important for companies to know that they should try to limit or try to reduce the amount of chemical pollution that they are producing, or find better ways to minimize that, because there's a lot of different companies that are here, like Valero. I know Goodyear is also a company that has refineries, other chemical plants that are in this area, and I feel that it's important to talk about it. Thank you for watching our video. I hope we brought awareness, brought up other people's voices, for their voices to be heard in this situation or this thing that's going on that's harming our community, this community.
Well, in the end, we just want the Houston community to come together and make a change, because if we all do a little bit, then it will equal to much bigger change that our planet needs. So, thank you guys.